Holy shit, this video is late. Very, very late. People who draw, you ever draw something and you think it's fucking amazing and you look at it about 2 weeks later and you just want to burn it? That's how this Halloween went for me. Made a Dalek. I'll get to that in a second. Started out, it's like, oh my god, look at that, it's a Dalek. It starts taking shape and you're all excited. And then you procrastinate and it's October and you have to finish it and then it starts looking like shit and you want to burn it. Yeah, everyone liked it though. So I guess you're your own worst critic. Well, let's get to it, shall we?
Okay. You lost a bolt.
Okay, so this is the Dalek that I made. It's pretty good for a first try, I'd say, but not anything compared to the people on the Dalek Builders forum. Like, I see everything that I did wrong, but for a first try, I think it's pretty cool. I'm just gonna go over really quickly about how I made the different sections, so the skirt, the shoulders, and the neck rings and the head. So the skirt is mostly MDF board and like really thin plywood. I really should have used thicker plywood so it would have been more sturdier. I could have added a seat. I really needed a seat in this thing. The balls are just 100mm Christmas balls, the kind that you can break in half, and then you take the little nibs off where you hang them on a tree and then paint them, and that's how I got that done. The thing's wrong with the bottom is it's supposed to have a skirt, a bumper on the bottom, a little black bumper, and I never put that on, and the balls are supposed to have black rings around them as well, which I did not do. And if you look closely, I did not sand that. I tried to, and it did not work. The shoulders were why this thing took so bloody long, because I was trying to experiment with fiberglass, and it did not work, and I tried to sand it, and then I got mad. So I covered the entire thing in Bondo and a mixture of spackle in a desperate attempt to finish it on time. The bottom I was going to finish too, but the under edge is just bare cardboard. All cardboard, it's all soggy because I left it in the rain, because the night of Halloween I ended up with a terrible headache, and I drove it back in the truck that you saw to your right, and I was just over it, and it was pouring rain, and my head was pounding, and I just left it out there until morning. And now there's fruit flies in it, of all things, mold and fruit flies that I have to deal with if I want to use this for next September in HawaiiCon. Okay, the arms, the plunger, and the exterminator are just PVC pipe. The plunger head is just, I bought it at Home Depot for like $2. The little rods on here are just little few millimeter wide, some kind of metal rods that I also got at Home Depot, and I bent and then I stuck them in the holes. I got frustrated with that, so those aren't even glued in, they're just kind of stuck in there, so don't break them. And then I just stuffed those into two glued together Christmas balls that I used for the skirt, and I stuffed them into the gun box, which I'll have some pictures to show you how I made that, because I don't know how to describe that to save my life. Neck rings, really simple, 3/4 inch MDF board, cut them, couldn't get very much leverage with the jigsaw on a 45-degree angle, which I wanted to have, so I just kind of sanded the tops off so they weren't sharp edges, and I got left with that, and I just screwed it together with some little sticks that I found at Ace. It was like a 9-foot piece of wood. Turned out perfect. The inside is just mesh for like windows. I got that at Home Depot for a few bucks. It was in a roll. Turned out okay. It's not really level or anything. It could have definitely been better, but I'm okay with it for a first try, I guess. Next time, if I ever make one of these, I'll do more research into every single part. It just started to get rushed because I procrastinated, and then Halloween was right there, and I was like, I have to finish it. I don't know if you can see that. I turned the light on. It looks way better at night. I made the head by some, oh, it's really crooked. Yeah, I wanted the head to turn too and be fixed to there, but again, I procrastinated and it turned out kind of shitty compared to what I could have done. Yeah, I made a skeleton kind of thing, like a dome out of the MDF board, the thin one, and then I think it's like a 1/4 inch. And then I like kind of glued that together then I stuffed it full of newspaper, and I covered it in expanding foam. I carved out a dome shape, and then I lathered it with a mixture of like paper mache paste and spackle and Bondo in some areas, and then I got angry, and then I put like hardy foam on the outside. And then at the very end, I didn't have any bulbs, and I was just like, you know, fuck it. I used the classic Dalek plans anyway, so I stuffed some light bulbs in the top, some like refrigerator bulbs. I could totally use those if I took them out, but they don't fit anything. I don't even think they fit the fridge. The light is just I found a $11 light bulb at Home Depot, and I butchered it, and then I stuffed an LED in there with a little switch inside the head, so that lights up. It looks pretty Dalek-y. And then the rings are just little MDF cutouts, and the glue came undone, and they're like all uneven now. And then I stuffed the thing into a piece of PVC that I covered both ends, the black part on that's like on the dome. I like cut out a piece of 4-inch PVC and then put MDF on either side of that, so then it would be like flat. And the main stock is just more PVC pipe. Put some felt in there so it would stay relatively straight. It's not that straight. I never fixed the thing in there either, so it's just like this piece of stick in there so I can move it a little bit. It's pretty ghetto in there. And I'll show you how the insides work, I guess, because the outside is just eh. The dog will not shut up. Anyway, I'm also going to show you how to get into it, or how I get into it. I'm not going to get into it because there's mold in there and I have to fix that, and it's disgusting. And I'll show you how I move the little arms inside and the little eye stalk thing. This just comes off, and then there's like a stick in there that I use to move it. I don't know if you can see that. And there's like a little battery pack with a switch. It's all falling apart. It's cracking. If I go to HawaiiCon with that thing, I have to fix everything. It just comes off. And then I put hinges on it so I can get in. It just opens up. There is so much mold in there. It's disgusting. You should hold that open and then you put your leg in, put it on, set that on, get someone to hand you the head, and you're set. Inside just has two little rods sticking out, so you can move the arms. This actually goes in and out. I forgot to mention, to make it go in and out, I put some epoxy putty on each joint thing, so it wouldn't like fall out. I told people it was delicate and it might fall back in, though. I didn't put it so it wouldn't fall back in, and people kept tugging at it, and I wanted to punch them. As you can see, there's lots of mold in here. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know what the hell. One night in the rain, under a tarp for a few days, flies, mold. I hope I can fix this.